after losing all kinds of weight, being at my ideal weight. I work out every day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm pretty active. I have a healthy lifestyle. And now I was dealing with this diabetes. I've been on four medicines, glipizide, Jardiance, and now they had put me on insulin type, shot. So because the Ozempic didn't work, I was on that for like almost a year. That didn't work. So nothing was working, and then I started the drops, and my sugar went from being 65% in range to like over 80, 90%. And it's just I'm speechless. I'm speechless because nothing has worked, and I have a healthy lifestyle. I do eat well. I exercise every single day except Sunday, and as you can imagine, it was very frustrating. So there's a lot to be said for balancing your hormones and your body doing what it's naturally made to do. So and I've
Awesome.
started using other products that are just amazing. The Everglow, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Everglow. The Sugar Gone, the Renew. I mean, I love all of them. So
Everglow. Yes, we love it, guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you feel the results right away. So I just have to do a better job of sharing,
That's okay.
which
You're
is
gonna you're
which is
gonna get
why I'm
there.
here.
You're gonna get there, Anne. Way to
Yeah.
go. That's incredible. And Rachel, I don't know if you can share where you're at, but we were just having a conversation last night about the positive changes that Rachel has noticed with the drops. Can you share, Rachel?
Hey, yeah, sure, as long as I don't have to put my picture up there.
That's okay.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I've had so many changes, and I've actually been having a lot of conversations with people this morning, just touching base with some customers. And, people really focus on the weight, and I really want to kind of change the way that I introduce the drops to people because it's not just about the weight loss. For me personally, I've not lost anything. I've been on them for 90 days, but I'm a little bit of a hot mess. I have quite a few autoimmune diseases. I have RA, I have Hashimoto's, I have Sjogren's, I have Epstein-Barr, I have high cortisol, which I actually had tested prior to finding this company due to a very stressful year, and thyroid issues. So here you go. But what I have noticed is my energy is up, my mood is up. I feel great. Even if I'm not sleeping great, I'm sleeping better. But my autoimmune issues, okay, so I had a nodule on my thumb that was just awful looking, and I've had it for 2 years, and the doctor said the only way to get rid of it is surgery. Well, I've got to tell you, and I did it before and after, and if you want to go scroll down on my Facebook, you might find it, but it's almost gone. I mean, gone. Like, did I ever think that that was going to be a benefit of the drops? No. But I also, my right hand, I have a hard time writing these days. I wake up in the morning and my hand is so stiff. I have like a trigger finger. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but basically, when you're older, like my parents have it, you go to try to open up your hand in the morning and it just gets stuck and it's so painful. And also, the only way to improve that is through surgery. Well, guess what? My hand doesn't hurt at all anymore. It has not been stuck in the morning. I absolutely cannot believe it. And my mother said, Rachel, you're never going to believe this. I said, what? She goes, I canceled my trigger finger surgery because her hand feels better. So, like, I'm just noticing just so many incredible benefits that I know that once my body gets into balance, and it might take me 6 months because of where I started, that the weight will start coming off. And I really believe that. So I'm just not focusing on that, and I'm trying to really communicate that with my customers and my brand partners to really give it enough time.
Rachel, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. That's the power of sticking with the drops, right? We all start at a different place. We all have different health issues, like she said. But if you just like encourage your customers, I'm going to talk about that today, encouraging your customers and your clients to stick with it. I did want to ask one more person. I don't know if you're able to share, Val. Val, are you able to share? I saw her before and after picture. And I was blown away. Are you able to share, Valerie?
Hi, yes, just for a few minutes. I'm trying to get my daughter ready. I got to get out of the house to take her to
That's
the
okay.
doctor. But yeah, actually, I was listening to everybody. I was talking to one of my son's friend's mom. And we talk here and there. And she came by because she had to pick up something from me. And she was like, "Oh my God, you look great." And I was like, we were talking or whatever. And I was like, I just like blended in the conversation. And I'm like, "Girl, you have to try these balance and drops." Because like she was rushing. But I'm like, I was telling her, a little bit about it, that, it's balancing all your hormones. I said, listen, at our age, I didn't even know that my hormones were unbalanced. I said, but I had, that menopause gut going. I mean, because I was always eating good. I worked out. I always like want to look good, but that was that belly bloat I could never get rid of. And she's like, "Oh my God, me too." She goes, "Oh my God, we have to talk. We have to talk." So as I'm listening to all the ladies, I'm like, she popped into my head. So I'm listening and I'm just was putting that picture. I'm ready to text her to put that picture that I shared with you to show. I just wanted to show her like this happened in 1 month. Like I could not believe the picture in 1 month from when I first started to just 4 weeks on it. And I know, and I don't know who the lady just spoke before, like, I don't want to also be like, oh, it's just for losing weight because it's so much more than that. But for me, I got so excited that my belly was going down so much like that because nothing has worked. Nothing has worked. And I got to tell you, I'm finishing up my 3rd month on this. And I've always had chronic headaches, chronic migraines. And for years, the doctors have always told me it's my allergy, it's allergy season. And they would put me on these allergy pills like certain times of the year, like the end of the end of summer going into winter, and then the end of winter going into spring. But I would still get my headaches all the time and periodically. I have to tell you, since I'm on these drops, I've not had one headache. And when it's humid outside or when it's rainy and overcast or raining, I would get such a migraine. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. And I was just telling my mom the other day, like 2 days ago, I'm like, "Ma, I have not had a headache since I'm on these drops." I mean, they're just amazing.
Well, I was just trying to find your picture and I couldn't find your picture. So maybe you can share it with me again so I can share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
text it to you,
listen
right?
to this, you guys. I mean, this is so powerful. No
It
more
is.
migraines, no more trigger finger, no more. I
Mhm.
mean, better sleep, your gut's going down. I mean, A1C dropping. The health benefits are just phenomenal. So, I just wanted to start on that note. Oh gosh, there's some more people trying to get in here. Sorry, guys. Woo. I'm in my own world. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of a training now because as I was saying, I'm assuming that you guys are posting, boosting twice a day. Make sure that you're if you're going to put your link in those boosting groups, make sure that you are doing your part. If you put it in that link in there, you've got to agree to give the love, show the love to get the love. Show the love and comment on 6 people's links above yours and make sure that it's at least 6 words, okay? And make sure that it's 6 different people, right? Because you're going to put your link in at least 2 groups. And you got to comment then on 12 different people's posts. And then the most important part beyond that is you got to reply to the comments. That's really what triggers and trips the algorithm to be in your favor. So now I'm assuming that you're using the boards. People are reaching out to you asking what are the drops. Now you're replying through boards. You've sold your drops. Now what? Let's get into what the now what is, okay? Because we have got to be taking care of our customers. If you are not taking care of your customers, checking in with them, and you've got to check in with them multiple times, like in the first week, at least a couple times. Second week, again, we've got to help them, like especially in the beginning. If you want to convert people to be on subscription and to be long-term shoppers or to join your team, the follow-up is critical. So, I want to ask you guys, where are you at with that? Are you doing the follow-up? And so I want to share some verbiage that I use when I talk to my customers. So as soon as they purchase from me, I will say, thank you. I'm so excited for you. What are your health goals? Okay, so what are your health goals? I really want to know what is it that they need help with, because this is not just drops that are the answer. Oftentimes they're going to need more than the drops, but they're starting at the drops. But we want to be able to recommend other things to add in because we know that they will actually speed up their results as they start adding in other products. And so you can do that on the reorder. Perhaps weight loss is an immediate goal. On the reorder, you're going to want to add in a minimum of Advantage, right? You're going to want to add that in. You're going to want to try and convert them, and I'll share about that. So I ask them what are their health goals. I wait for them to respond to me. And then I let them know I'm going to send them some resources. As soon as they tell me what their health goals are, it's really important. Remember, we're starting a conversation. We're starting a dialogue with our customers. We want them to know that we're here for them. We care about them. And so you're going to empathize with them. You're going to affirm them, whatever that it is that they're telling you that their goal is. You might say something like, I'm so sorry. Us women go through so much. And here's the key, guys. You've got to lay the foundation. You've got to lay the expectation. The expectation, right? Here's where I say you definitely want to use the drops for a minimum of 90 to 120 days to balance. It's really important that you say that because a lot of people, I would say most people, right? They're looking for a quick fix. They're looking for that instantaneous fix all my problems immediately. And we all know that the drops are going to take some time. It's homeopathic, it's herbal, right? And it takes a bit to get into your system. I'm going to send the after purchase instructions from boards. Once they've told me what their goals are, send them those after purchase instructions. The other thing I'll do is I do add them to that group called Partners in Health. Do you guys know where that is? Oh, let me show you Valerie's picture. Can anybody see this? I'm going to show everybody if you can't see it because my screen, I know I've got that background on there. Can you guys see her abdomen? Oh my gosh, that is phenomenal.
Huge difference.
Thanks, Valerie. I'll share that with everybody so that they can see it too. But
I was kind of upset with my friends. I'm like, how come nobody told me my gut was so big?
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. All right. So send the after purchase instructions and then invite them to the group called Partners in Health. That is our upline. Todd Rowland, that's his client group. You know, what's really cool about these client groups is that it drips on our customers, right? It drips on them. They get to see about more things than the drops, but they also get to see more about the drops. All right. And then I finish with, let me know when you get the drops. I want to support you on your journey. I will say so much of the time, people reach out to me and tell me that they got the drops. They let me know that they got them and they're ready to get started. And so as soon as they let me know, if I will, by the way, write their name in my calendar. I will write their name in my calendar on the date that I sent the drops, you know, like a week later, I'll put their name in the calendar in case, you know, I don't hear from them. I don't want to forget to reach out to them. So I'll put their name there. But as soon as I connect with them about getting started, I do let them know, hey, you might notice some mild detox symptoms as you're adjusting in the first week or so. Like you might feel more tired or a headache or a rumbly tummy. Only about 10% of people notice this. But and then I just will check in with them. Hey, make sure you weigh and measure yourself because women often notice inches first before pounds. And then as soon as like I will reach out to them a couple times in the first week and I will say, hey, how's it going? Just check it in, something like that. Tell me your wins so far. Whatever the win is, I'm going to make a really big deal about the win. I don't care what it is. They're having more energy. They're sleeping better. Obviously, we're not having overnight weight loss wins. Sometimes you'll hear somebody say, oh, I'm down 4 pounds in my first week or something like that. But more often than that, it's usually some kind of like, I'm feeling better win. So make a big deal of it and say, hey, I'm so excited for you and so happy for you. I can't wait to see you as a person, 90 days from now. The changes are going to be awesome. And next time you shop, I definitely want you to get a discount. So I'm planting a seed there. So when it comes time to reordering, I'm going to say something like I use in my converting verbiage. If you haven't seen it, go to boards and go to text scripts. And underneath the Dr. Laura Fortner video, you'll see converting verbiage. And I start off by saying, would you like another box for 167? Or you might want to get your own account to save. Now I just wait for them to respond, and everybody asks, what's the account? What is that all about? And you can either do one of two things. As soon as they say that, you could say, hey, let's hop on let's connect for a few. I can explain the discounts. This is a good way to talk to them anyways, to check in with them, to see how they're doing. And you can even kind of get a feel if there might be some interest in the income side of this at all. But I am asking every single person, do you have any interest in the income side of this at all? You have to ask everybody, because if you don't ask, you won't know. And a lot of times you're going to get some kind of objection. This is totally normal. They're going to say, oh, I'm way too busy, or, oh, I could never sell anything like that. And you just agree with them. You know what? I know it may not be for you. Let's connect. I can at least explain the discounts and how to save. And so this is when you want to bring in your upline. You want to bring them in, let your upline know, hey, I've got a call with Jenny at 3:00. Are you able to hop on with me? And this is when you're going to do a quick call with them. So when you say, hey, can you connect for a few? You could say, is now good or is later today better? Give them some kind of an option. I find that when I give people an option, then they will respond. If you're just like, hey, when are you available? It's like throwing out the abyss. We don't know when we're going to be available. So give them an option. So for you, if it's like, can you chat tonight for a few, or is tomorrow better? Give them some kind of an option. All right. And then I shared this at the event that we were just at, but I wanted to start off by sharing that because I know people have questions about, like, how do I actually talk to people and how do I follow up with them? And the goal is you got to love on them. You got to love on them. This cannot be a transactional relationship with people. We have to show this is not just a transaction, that you are caring, you're supporting, you're loving them. Because guess what? These people are the people, your future brand partners. This is how your team is going to multiply and grow. Now, do a lot of people join that just want the discount to be a brand partner? Yes, they do. And they're not interested in growing a business. That's okay. I still want them as my customer and shopping. So I'm going to just share a couple more things and I'm going to open it up because I want to keep this, I want to finish it up. So as soon as you have your upline come on, these are some things that I go through with my, when I'm on a three-way call. I usually will, there's an introduction. You're going to edify the person that's doing the three-way call, that, your upline that you brought in. You're going to say, I just want to introduce you to my friend Stacy. She's got a really great testimony and she just knows a whole lot more about this. So I wanted to bring her on today to help. And so what I'll do is I'll share a few things, like, number one, what are you loving about the drops? And I want them to start talking. What are you loving about the drops? Then I move into what intrigued you about the income side of this, if it was an income person. And then I'll ask them, do you have any questions? And then we'll move into sharing the package, the 3 different packages, the 4-pack, the 10-pack, and the 30-pack, and the income you earn on each of those and how it's a cheaper, better deal the bigger the package. And then as soon as I share that, then I will say, so what do you think? Do you want to get started? And I say it just like that. And it's amazing how many people want to get started or want to get a package. and I help them to get started. So I'm going to open it up now for questions, and then we will finish this. Anybody have any questions about that? Or any specific questions that you have about doing the business right now? Donna, did you
Stacy.
have a question?
Mhm.
Who was that? Anne?
I did.
Okay.
What you were just going over, you said the 3 questions. What do you love about the drops? What intrigues you? And what was the third one?
Do you have any questions?
Oh, really? Okay. And then you go into the packages, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I like to get them talking, because if
Yeah.
you get them talking, then
Yes.
they feel like you really care
I agree.
and you've listened to
Mhm.
them, you care about them.
And then when we boost and people comment on our post and we have to respond, is liking it enough of a response, or do we have to type something?
You need to respond. That's what trips the algorithm.
Yeah, so in
That's
actual
the
words, the same
That's the
6
work
words.
part, right? Is
Okay.
now you've got to reply to each comment with a comment that's at least 5, 6
6.
words. Yep. So
Okay.
that your
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is like, oh, there's engagement. We like this. Now we're going to show you
Okay.
the post to more people. If you just leave them empty, you're not going to get the algorithm in your favor.
Mhm. Even if we like it, it doesn't count. It has to be the 6
Correct.
words.
It's got
Okay.
to be a reply. Yep.
Mhm. Okay.
Anybody else? You can ask any questions, guys.
Oh, I have a question. Sometimes I program, I schedule them because I know I have a crazy day. So I'll do like the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock, mainly the 3 o'clock I'll schedule. So sometimes I forget to go back in and respond, or to do the backside of it because it goes at 3 and then I don't realize till like 4 that it's
Mhm.
gone up. If I go back then and do it, I mean,
Yeah, you
it's a
can
little
still
like,
do it. It's always like best case scenario to do it,
mhm,
but a lot of people work, right? They can't always
yeah.
do it at that second. Best case scenario, you post, you boost, you reply in the first 10 minutes. That's best case scenario. If you
Mhm.
can't do that, boost it when you have the chance.
Yeah,
And
it
but
always
then
depends.
reply to the comments is right away.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then what was I going to say about that? If you're doing it out of the 9 and 3 Eastern time period, what
Mhm.
I would recommend doing is to put your link in the bigger boosting groups. Um, the bigger 2 boosting groups, because
Mhm.
more people are going to be likely on there on the
Mhm.
off hour in these
Mhm.
massive groups. That's the Team Unstoppable boosting and the Facebook boosting group. Now, some people like to boost in all 3, like Rachel Gershowitz. She's an overachiever. She boosts in all 3 groups. But as long as you boost in at least 2 groups.
Okay.
What were
Um,
the
And
and
when I
our group
post
is
late,
dropping boost.
oh, sorry.
Our group is called Boosting Drops for the Win. And I
Mhm.
like to put in our team group. You know why? Because I know I'm going to get better. I know the people, they're going to get better replies
Mhm.
sometimes. And if you get a random weird comment that makes no sense, just hide it. Okay. Like make sure when you're boosting other people's posts that you're skimming what they actually put in their post so that your
Mhm.
comment on their post makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anybody else? Was that Trisha? I'm sorry, Trisha.
Oh, no problem. I didn't know if my volume was up actually. No, I was just going to say, Anne, a lot of times, if I'm posting late, I definitely share my link in all 3. So at least I'll get maybe 2 to 4 comments. Because in the bigger groups, a lot
Mhm.
of people in those groups are from around the world, I think. Right.
Oh,
So that really
mhm.
helps.
Okay.
But I'll do all
Yeah.
3. And sometimes
Mhm.
I'll request in our drops for the win group to like late post. Can you like jump in and comment?
Yeah.
And that
'Cause
really helps.
that happened to me yesterday. I scheduled it for 3 and then the whole day got away from me around 8. I'm like, oh, that went out and I didn't boost it. I didn't do anything.
That's all right. And there's been many times that I've forgotten, and I would just post when I remember.
Yeah.
My goal is to get 2 posts in a
Mhm.
day. It's just ideally that they're in those windows because that's when the traffic is big on
I guess.
Facebook,
Yeah.
and that's when the traffic is big on
Mhm.
Telegram.
Is there in boards? So I know like when I first signed up, there were the boards for the social media posts and there were like day 1 through 30.
Yeah.
Is there like another set? Because I see
Yes.
some other good posts that I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that, like around the holidays. Where are those?
If you look in boards under board Team Unstoppable 2.0 tab,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
the tab is called Team Unstoppable 2.0. You'll see more in there. And also there's more in the Team Unstoppable 1.0 tab. So check
Okay.
those out. There's some more
Okay.
stuff in each of those.
Okay.
There's a whole nother 30-day campaign, so that you
Mhm.
can keep going. And then, a lot of people, you even see Brent Palmer and people that have been in this business and are top leaders, they just like do the rotation. They just keep doing it again and
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
The same series of
Noticed that.
posts.
Mhm.
Anybody else?
I have a question.
Sure. Hi,
Okay.
Beth.
Hi, everybody. I'm new. So the three groups are Team Unstoppable, Facebook,
Boosting.
what?
It's Team Unstoppable boosting,
Okay.
Facebook boosting, and boosting drops for the win. So there's
Okay,
3
thank you.
groups.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
I was
Hey,
just going to
Ann.
add,
Hey,
Stacy.
Ann, this
Oh,
is Valerie, and I'm just going to give you a quick answer to what you just, or one thing I do. Sometimes I forget, and the
Mhm.
next day or whenever I have time, like at 3, maybe in the afternoon, I boost 2 posts. So I'll put one Facebook in, I'll go boost it, and then I'll put the one I forgot to boost yesterday or the day
Oh, yeah.
before. So I go like reboost myself, or if I have a post that I really think needs more traction or that got a lot, I'll reboost that too. That's if I have a little extra time.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I just want to encourage you guys,
I've done that.
whatever your personal posts are about the drops that you're sprinkling in there, like as we go on our drop journey, you got to keep giving your own updates. Even if it's like something you've already shared, share something again about you personally and how it's helping you. Boost those. It doesn't have to be a copy paste post that you do from the boards that you boost. Boost anything that has to do with the drops that you want to get comments on and traction on. Okay, Lisa.
I was just going to add to one thing I started doing while I was doing the 30-day campaign that's already there is I made a board in my own boards. If you use the paid version, you can make other boards and it just says future posts. And when I saw posts that I was like, oh, I want to post that later. Right. I just started dumping them in there the same way. Like I'll title it the same. Right. So maybe it's like B12 and I'll put the post and then I'll put the picture and I'll title it the same so that I had like another bank of posts that I could start going to once I was done with that campaign. And so that's kind of just what I was doing to collect them so I could use them easily later.
Lisa,
That's a great idea.
tip.
I
And
text them to myself is what I do, but that's even better.
yeah, one of the girls at the Greensboro showed me how to save a post, and then where to find what I'd saved, and that was kind of cool too. So you go to those 3 dots on the Facebook page, and it says save.
Mhm.
So I've been kind of throwing some over there too. So now I have a
Yeah,
bunch.
let me ask you, have you used any of those yet? Because my mom was doing that and then she was having a hard time like reposting them, like the formatting or something so I haven't done it that way, but I'm just wondering if you've run across that and using those save posts yet.
I haven't yet. I'm not sharing them from their post. I'm just copying,
Yeah.
pasting their text and their image.
Yeah.
Kind of screenshot them and then save the image, and it
Mhm.
was ending up all
Oh,
wonky
I know.
on
Yeah,
photos.
for sure.
So that Jessica, I
Mhm.
think, showed me how to do that. You know, that she's like 40. She knows how to do all kinds of fun things that a 60-year-old doesn't know how.
Sometimes,
So I can save it, but where do I find it? So she showed me that too.
yeah. Sometimes I just send it to myself and I change it from public to only me. And then
Oh,
I have certain ones just to myself and then I repost them.
That's a good idea too.
I copy and paste them into my notes. So I have probably 25, because when you're boosting, I invariably will see things that I'm like, oh my God, that is so good. And, just keep them. So
You know what's a tip too, guys, is if you see someone's full name in the testimonial, go ahead and go follow them on Facebook.
mhm.
And then when you do the post, you actually tag them. Tag them in the post. And so when people see your post, it's like, oh, they're connected to that person. Or,
Mhm.
oh, like that's a real person's testimony because they see the tag there. It doesn't mean that they're going to, reply to your post in any way, that person, but it just, I don't know, it increases validity in my opinion. If you can ever do that, it's good.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. My question is, what do you do about the people that just ghost you? I mean, they're even your customers, and you are trying to follow up with them, and you just don't get any response.
I think that there's like a normal amount of people that do ghost. And I think you can avoid the ghosting by setting the foundation of the customer service part in the beginning and asking them what their goals are. But even people that you say give them information and they don't respond, is that what you mean, Donna? Or just
Well, that too. And then I've had a couple of people that are on the drops, and I'm trying to follow up with them, and they just they don't ever respond to any of my questions.
Yeah, some people do that. When that happens, I usually my next line of communication is a complete change of the subject, which is I'll go to their Facebook page and see what's going on in their life. And the next time I follow up with them, I'll make some comment that has nothing to do with the drops. And I'll say, oh, I just saw your Christmas party. That looked like so much fun. Oh, that was a cute picture of your son at the lacrosse field. And I just completely changed the subject, and it works a lot too. But if they don't there's going to definitely be people that ask you for information that will not reply to you.
Yeah.
And you can go back and you can say, hey, do you have any questions about the drops? That's a good way to get people to reply to you. And then some people just, they're not going to buy it. It's just, not everybody buys that asks for information. But anything else, Donna, about that?
No. I think that's probably my biggest frustration is just the ghosting. Not just from people that ask me for information and then just ghost me, but just even a few people that I've had on the drops, and then they just don't respond. And it's like, well, you bought the drops. I know. Don't you want some support? And I don't know.
Stacy, on that, I love that converting. I mean, not converting. I love the ask the questions, but stalled on the sale, which is in boards. And I've used that, I don't even know, probably 25 times. And it's amazing. I would say 3/4 of the time, I will get a response back saying, oh, shoot, I was driving. Or, oh, I thought I Venmoed you. Or here's my address, send me a box. And I think what's different about Facebook, in my opinion, is personally, I'm not a person that spent a lot of time building relationships on Facebook. I just don't. I'm more of a belly to belly. So in this business, what I've realized is, you know, for us, you might think that they should see it and they should respond, but people are not living on Facebook. I mean, they're doing things. Most people are doing things. So we're communicating a lot of the time on Facebook. And I think we expect it to be a quick back and forth. But one of the most powerful things I think I've seen people do in my team is they're busy and they don't get right back to the person when they ask about the drops. All of a sudden, it's like maybe they get back after work. And when I know when somebody puts me off like that, I'm like, okay, wait, I want more information. And I'm more eager for them to respond to me. So it's all psychology. You know, this whole thing about if they supposedly, I don't even like the word ghost because ghosting means a negative a negative connotation. And what it means is they're doing something, or maybe they're embarrassed because they haven't even started using the drops yet. I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot of people, they're like, I've had them for 3 months and I still haven't even opened the box. Like I keep waiting for the right time. So sometimes they're just, the timing is not right. We're ready for them to be ready, right?
Right.
But if you focus on just a numbers game and you just keep going, those people are going to come back. They're going to come back 6 months from now. They're going to come back like I did with Stacy. It took me a year. It took me a literal year to pull the drops back out. I actually gave the drops to a friend because I didn't want to take them. So, but I'm here now. So
Mhm.
if you don't quit and you stay consistent,
Mhm.
they will come. What they're waiting to see is how long you're going to do this. How much frustration can you take? So
Yeah.
you know what? Give them a good show because you're going to be here long after they're, enjoying the products and be, you'll be a success anyway. So you won't be successful because of one person and you won't not be
Yeah.
successful because of one person. So just
Mhm.
keep that open and use that ask questions, but stall on the sale because that's a really good one. You don't seem like you're trying to nag them. You're just saying, hey, if you have any other questions, let me know. They're working for me. Love to get them for you.
Mhm.
So
And
thanks for
I
that question.
Thank you so much. That was both of
Mhm.
you. That was really great advice. I'm going to have to run now, but I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Mhm.
Thanks for hopping on. Is there any other questions before we go? We'll wrap it up here. Is there one more question or comment or?
I was just going to add,
Yeah.
I've been ghosted by two of my droppers that really have like some serious health issues. They really need them. And it was exactly that. They just didn't start when they were kind of intimidated to start. They made it this big thing, you know. So I would always text them and I finally said, "Look, even well with the Black Friday." And I said, "Whether you started or not, let's just start today. Or you need a restart, whatever it is, I'm here to help you, you know, just don't just give up. And here's a perfect chance, you know, we have these deals going on, but if you want to restart or you just need a fresh start, I'm here." And then they reached out and said, "Oh, you're right. I got intimidated. I kept forgetting. They were right on my desk." And I said, "It's okay. Just, you know, what's going on?" And I heard them out and then we came up with something that worked for them, you know. So
That's
sometimes,
great.
yeah, they just need to know that it's okay, that you're not perfect. It's
That's
okay.
right. None
You
of us
know?
are, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like a few clients, I'm like, "Well, are you still home?" "Yeah, I'm still home." Like, "Okay, well, why don't we just go get the box of drops now and you and I will take them together." And I've done that to 3 or 4 different people. And I'm like, they're like, "Oh, it's just so much easier. It's just that box and the whole thing was
Mhm.
overwhelming." So we've just, sometimes just walking it out with somebody, like you said, is the
Mhm.
best way to start them. They're just looking for a running partner, right?
Yeah. And the best thing is the Apple Watch. 9 out of 10 people have one. It's like Jane taught me this. Put it on your watch. It's like quick and easy. You tap it 10 minutes. It's the longest 10 minutes of my life, but 10 minutes later, it's like ding, ding, ding. Okay, done. You know? So I just have to set a timer now for my post.
Yeah.
I just posted that to you. I'm like, okay, then remind yourself to post and boost with
Yeah.
Apple
Yeah.
Watch.
Yes. Exactly. Mhm.
That's awesome, guys. I love the questions that you're asking, and I don't want you to ever feel dumb about asking anything, okay? This is a really like community that's like, I don't know, loving and supportive and no question's a dumb question. So thanks for joining me today. Again,
Thank you,
Valerie,
Stace.
you didn't hear this, Val, but if you want to come Thursday, we're in Boca at the Panera off Yamato if you want to come. Anybody's welcome here at those in South Florida. Okay. We'll see you again next time, guys.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody.
Stacy.
Thanks,
Bye.
Stacy.
Bye.